All right, well, good morning, guys. Today's a big day for the Tacoma back here. We're gonna do some work to it today. I'm actually at Lowe's because I have to buy a tool for the new install that I'm doing today. I'm gonna go into Lowe's here and we're gonna get that done. You can rent the new Silverado over here, 20 bucks. Should do that one day. I don't know where the Torx sockets are. We're gonna find them. This is actually what I need. It's $25, but I'm not gonna buy that because this whole kit is on sale for $5 more, and you get the bits that I need are in there. So check that out, huh? Way better. I'm definitely going with this. So today's venture comes down to this right here, the steering wheel. Now it's got tilt and everything. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's looking a little boring to me. There's no buttons on it. Looking a little plain. So it's time to address this. And what do I mean by that? Well, I'll show you guys. Well, this is what I'm talking about right here. Yep, I went on eBay and I bought a steering wheel that has the steering wheel controls, and they are in mint condition. The steering wheel is off a used vehicle that was parted out. So yeah, we actually have to pull the airbag off. So where you're gonna wanna start with is taking off this battery terminal. You're gonna do the negative only, and that way your airbag won't pop on you while working on it. I would also recommend using a zip tie to keep the negative ground from falling back on this or grounding out somewhere else. I use a zip tie. There's a lot of pressure going away from the truck, so that is not going anywhere. Next step is gonna be popping off these plastic tabs. There's one on each side. There's one there and there's one there. And once you do that, you'll see that there's a T25, which is this tool right here with an extension. Maybe this one's a little bit easier to see. T25, yep, that circle right there. Two of those, one on each side, and then the airbag should come out. All right, so this should come out. Yep, as you can see, the airbag has been removed. Now it's gonna be 3 wires. The ground, and then these clips. You pop these little yellow clips off first, and then those will come off. So as you can see, we have the airbag off, so that was pretty easy, no explosions. You're just gonna wanna kinda keep these wires out of the way. So next, to get these things off, we're gonna take off these screws right here, which is just gonna get these black pieces off. Just using a screwdriver, simply just remove those. All right, so with those screws removed, these should just pop right out, which they did, you'll see. I'm gonna put those off to the side, off to the side. So it's worth mentioning here, I could do a whole new steering wheel. I could have gotten a leather one. I could have gotten a custom one. They make the wood grain ones, all types of sporty leather ones. But you know, this truck is, I like it basic. I'm not going overboard. It's not like I have a leather interior and all this other stuff yet. So I could do that in the future. So on the aftermarket steering wheel, same thing. I'm gonna remove these 4 screws and then take off these buttons. Those came out pretty easy. Now, I could cut these wires because truthfully, this thing's probably never gonna have these controls ever work in this vehicle's lifetime. Or I could remove this thing and put that on there. What to do? Since my steering wheel didn't have this piece, I'm actually gonna go ahead and put this piece on, since I have the screws and everything that I need from the other wheel. Okay, so I installed that piece. Okay, so the bracket installed, all the wires are still here in place. I put the screws back in, these snapped right into place, and so far we're looking pretty good. Now we gotta do the airbag next. I just want to mention, while putting the ground back on, make sure 1, you have the correct ground that comes from the vehicle, and 2, use some pliers, pinch that down, make sure it's good and tight, make sure it's not loose, because when removing it, it could make it a little bit loose when you put it back on. So what I did was I just took you know, some crimpers and just made sure it clips on nice and tight. That baby ain't going nowhere now. And you'll see with your airbag, your orange goes to orange and your black goes to black. Just make sure your clips are nice and flush, and you should be good to go, ready to push the airbag back in place. All right, so with the airbag back in place, I didn't put the screws in yet, but you wanna make sure that you can still feel that your horn button still works and that everything is sitting nice and flush, which it is. So next will be to use that Torx again and go on each side and put those bolts back in. Those bolts are back in, horn seems to be fine. Next will be your little end caps here, one on each side. It looks really nice. This is much better. Now it's worth noting that these will never work. I mean, listen guys, it's Bluetooth. It's only a touch away, and when you upgrade your stereo, you typically lose these buttons anyway. So this is purely aesthetics, just to dress it up a little bit and make it look nicer. And I'll tell you what, I love it. The silver looks great. It matches the silver there. I'm probably gonna buy the silver pieces that go here also, just to kind of, you know, made things better in here. All right, and last but not least, make sure you hook up your ground and go in there and make sure the airbag doesn't explode and make sure you're good to go. Moment of truth. I'm not gonna sit in front of the airbag, but I'm gonna put the key on. Woo, we're good. Except for the windshield wipers. Make sure the horn works. She does. She's good to go. Just gotta reset everything in the truck, that's all. And what I'm gonna do is put it on eBay for sale. And you know, I'll probably recoup my money even after shipping. So that's the plan, buddy. All right, now that that part's done, here's the next project. Next project is we're gonna adjust these rims, which for now they're fine. I mean, my tires are still good. I'm not gonna go and buy $2,000 worth of rims at all. But what I am gonna do is, I don't like chrome. I'm gonna get rid of this chrome. Now these are also rusting, as you can see, really bad. So what I got was the black American Racing Teflon plastic ones. These should fit. And then I also bought a set of black lug nuts. So we're just gonna black them out because the rest of the rim is good. But I don't know what's going on with these cheap center caps. So those gotta go. And it should change up the look of all 4 rims. I got the jack underneath the truck. I got a wheel off. You can see we're using safety stands for safety. Got this wheel off. You can see quite a difference. Please make sure you take off this plastic too. This is a little protective cover on there. But there you go, buddy. Way better. Way better. So the rims are done. They look way better. All blacked out, no more chrome. The whole truck, it makes the whole truck look cool. She looks good now. I like it. All right, with the new steering wheel on, she's perfect. I love it. See, we have no airbag lights on or nothing. Everything works as it should. Perfect. All right, everything's done. Check that out, huh? Snap that one. Luckily, the other new one worked. It was the same size, luckily. Jeez.